G'day guys, this is Tripper and Oz. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Jacinta.
This is the Flinders Ranges. We're starting at Rawnsville Park Station, then we're heading north. Stay tuned for the rest of the Flinders Ranges. Cheers.
Bye.
Check this out. So this is Rawnsville Bluff at Rawnsville Park Station. The 7k walk. There you go.
Yep, 7k's one way, so 14 return from the caravan park.
Look at this. So the Banaru Gorge, you can actually do that with the Razorback Lookout Scenic Drive. It's actually a full loop. I think it might be 60k because that's 30 to the end. It was actually quite enjoyable. I liked it. Jacinta didn't. She's a woman, she's hard to please. The Acacia Gorge, I actually enjoyed that as well. There's some cool rock formations down there, which is pretty cool. I liked it. Would I do it again? Probably. Would you do it again? Probably not. Hey, so we made it. St Mary's Peak, Flinders Ranges. How long did it take us?
So it took us 2 hours and 10 minutes, and that's for an 8-kilometre hike from the caravan park, and we are 1,171 metres above sea level.
Yeah, so when we start in the morning, it is in May, so it's actually winter, but the sun shines right on the face you actually climb. Make sure you bring your water. That hike was up near Mount Everest Base Camp that I've done a couple of years back. There's a lot of climbing involved. It's actually not for the
faint-hearted,
but one hell of a challenge. We don't just hike for the view, we hike for also the challenge. But have a look at the view. I think the view has taken over the challenge. So this is the saddle over here. There is 2 hikes you can do. They do link up to each other. We come the shortened version, which is coming from this way. You can actually do a longer one, which meets down to the saddle. You may see it. I don't know if the GoPro will pick it up. That's probably about a 24k loop. So if you don't want to do the full climb, you can actually do the easy option. It's just as longer, which is a little bit annoying, but the view up here is spectacular. If you only make it to the saddle, it's good as well. Obviously you just don't see as much as this side over here, but what a view. Probably the best thing in the Flinders Ranges yet, and it's only day 5. Wonder what else they can bring.
Morning guys. It's day 6 in the Flinders Ranges today, and we are just leaving Wilpena Pound Caravan Park, and today we're heading to Willow Springs Station, and we're going to do the Skytrek 4-wheel drive tour.
So we're on the Skytrek. Aaron Downs a Master say between 32 and 28. I've got a fair bit of weight on the back, so I like to go a little bit higher than the front. I'm at going down to 30 and 28 at the front. This is the way Jacinta does it. What are we going down to, babe?
32.
So we're at stop 40, Nathan's Knob. It's a like a rest area. It's got a seat. You can see that behind me. There's number 40, the Skytrek 4-wheel drive track. I haven't got out of 2-wheel drive yet, so hasn't been much of a 4-wheel drive track yet, but it's been quite gnarly through some little creek beds. It is actually quite a nice property. I'd hate to muster if I ever took up mustering ever in my life. Jacinta's here cooking some bacon and egg wraps. Is that right, babe?
Yep, bacon and egg wraps for lunch today.
Oh yes, like we had the last 5 days in a row. But that's all right, that's what we want. But have a look at the view. So where are we, bud?
We are at Prominent Hill.
How was it getting up here?
Not too bad.
Do you want to do it again?
Nah.
So that was low range full drive. That was a bit of fun. That's pretty well our first time together doing that. She was a good little offsider, weren't you?
Uh-huh.
Pick all the big rocks out.
Not to talk at all.
Yeah, that's good. That's alright, that was good fun, but check this out. So we got into Karula last night. It was a bit too late to do any filming to let you know where we are. We've set up camp last night. Karula, it's north of Wilpena. We drove from Wilpena yesterday. That drive between Wilpena and Karula is beautiful. I actually quite enjoyed it. It was about 130 kilometres, I could be wrong. This place is actually quite nice. The toilets are all up there. Offices down here, you'll see. There's a restaurant there, etc. You can actually camp along this creek for about 6 kilometres, they said. Facilities are great. At Karula, the office, they'll drop you to any trail that you can hike along. So we actually took that up today, this morning, which is good. I quite like this joint. We'll be here for a couple of days. Do some full drive tracks a little bit later in the day, maybe. See how we go. We are walking the Acacia Ridge walking trail today, 5.2k. You walk along the ridge apparently to that top peak, which overlooks our campsite, Karula, which is apparently pretty good, but it's overcast today, so hopefully it clears up time we get up there. Let's go.
So we've just reached 3.5k's into the ridgetop walk, and look what we get greeted with. So this is on one side. Beautiful rolling hills. Come down from here. And then we come to a sign that said viewpoint. And this is what we can see. Pretty specky.
So we're going in here. Struve's Waterhole and Tilly's Gorge, or Tiltail's Gorge, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. It's only full drive, so make sure you have a full drive, as you will get stuck. Hopefully not for your sake, but you never know. Stubbs Waterhole. Yeah, Stubbs Waterhole. Right there. So we are staying at the Batula campgrounds in the Game and Ranges. There's 2 hikes you can do. The Monarch Mine, that trail is absolutely incredible, especially once you get up on top of the hills. Then you walk, then that links to the gorge as well, the Karula Gorge. The gorge is pretty huge. There's a lot of cool faces. We've done, I think it'll be 16k time we get back to the
Campground? Yep.
Yeah, that was worth it. What do you reckon?
Absolutely amazing.
Top of the mine arch, the track there is absolutely spectacular. It's kind of tiny, wasn't it?
Right, very narrow, like this narrow.
But well worth it. So we're at the Mount Hopeless intersection of the Stesleki track. That way's to Minka, that way's Lyndhurst. We're going to go to Lyndhurst to come back up around to Parachina to have a look a little bit at the Stesleki. So we've done a little bit, I guess. And then we'll head into Parachina from that way. So this is Frana. This is a small town, was back in the day.
Yep.
It was established in 1878.
Yeah, and now there's nothing left here except for old ruins. You've got the bakery, the post office, the hotel, which are pretty cool, what Ethan's showing you now. You can also stay here at the campground. It's $20 per vehicle per night. You've got your own massive site with your own picnic tables, showers, toilets, and your own fire pit. And the sunset here last night, epic.
They do have a bakery they have got going. It's actually pretty classy by the looks of the windows. I think volunteers that we've been told run it every now and then. I'm not too sure when, but it's a pretty cool old little town. We're going to do the Glass Gorge loop. It's approximately 30 kilometres. It comes back to Blimmen, and then it's another 30 from Blimmen on this road here. This road is not too bad. I'm looking forward to see what this has got.
We've made it.
So this is pool 1. To get around it to go to pool 2, you'll have to go back probably about 50 metres away from the first pool. On the right hand side as you walk up the creek, there's a sign, pretty well goat track it up, and you actually go right up on top of the hill. Keep taking it as high as possible, and you'll find another goat track down to get back on top of pool 1.
So we made it. This is Blimmen pool number 2.
So we're doing the Warren Gorge Loop Trail, 5.2. Should take us about an hour. It says an hour and a half to 3 hours. Hopefully it doesn't take us 3 hours. Goes up on top of the ridge up there, and then comes back through the gorge. So we're at Warren Gorge, the top. There's a little check-in book.
This is a logbook.
Right there, oh, yeah.
I've got the 15th of May 2021. Home is 2880. Trip in Oz. There is no place like home, but there's other places than home.
Hey.
Hey guys, if you're not afraid of heights and like hikes, we have got the hike for you.
Devil's Peak, south of Corn. It's 3 kilometres from the car park return. It is an absolute cracking view. If you look more north, you can see Corn. It's only, I think it's probably about 5 k's as the crow flies. You can see the Spencer Gulf as well. There's Port Augusta. I don't think the GoPro will pick that up, but that's cracking. View from up here. Have a look at this though. This will be a little bit scary for you. Who's a bit scared. So we made it to the top. Where are we?
We are at Dutchman Stern Peak.
4k's up, wasn't too hard. Steady incline, which is sometimes gets a little bit hard to be honest, but well worth it. Didn't think it was going to be this good. So we are west of Corn, not too far. So that's the Flinders Ranges done and dusted. We spent just under 2 weeks in the Flinders. We done just over 1,700 kilometres. You could probably double that and double the weeks that you spend in there. We could easily spend 3 weeks. What do you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of things that we miss, but I do run on a motto that more you see, more you miss. So that's always going to happen when you're travelling around. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
We're just going to give you our top seven best things to do in the Flinders Ranges. That's from our experience. We like a lot of hiking, and hiking just takes you some incredible views, and the Flinders Ranges and their hikes gave us that, didn't it really?
Yeah.
So what's our one?
So number 1 come in at St. Mary's Peak.
You like that one, didn't you?
Loved it.
Yeah, that was an incredible view. That shows you a good view of the pound, which is spectacular. That is from St. Mary, from Wilpena Pound Caravan Park. That is Mickey Mouse, that one.
Number 2 was the Rawnsley Bluff hike.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, incredible again. What was it, 18 k's?
Yeah, I think we done about 18.
Yeah, but you know, worth every single metre that we walked.
We actually went to a gorge which actually comes off that hike, and there was no water in there, so that probably added about 3k onto it, I think. Yeah, we weren't too happy with each other then. That's how you pretty well start a fight, I think. Yeah, whoopsies.
So number 3 was the Willow Springs 4-wheel drive Skytrek tour.
Did you like that?
I mean, I'm not much into 4-wheel driving, but it was alright.
Yeah, that's another one that took us to great views as well.
Yeah.
It was our first 4-wheel drive tour together. It was good. It was our first 4-wheel drive experience together. Yeah, we got through unscathed, didn't we?
Yeah. Number 4 was the Acacia Ridge hike in the Karula.
You like that more than I did?
Loved it. Yeah, loved that one.
I basically walked along the ridge, as it says in the name of the hike. That gave you a lot of views over Karula, both sides. I think pretty well, once you're on the ridge, it was pretty well a different landscape, wasn't it, babe?
Yeah. Number 5, the Scenic Ridgeback Drive.
Yeah, that's a class in itself, I think. That's a
must do, especially from Wilpena Pound.
That is awesome. That's probably your famous Instagram photo of the Flinders, you reckon?
Yeah. Number 6 is South Flinders Ranges, Corn, the Devil's Peak.
Yeah, that was cool. That was definitely cool. That was just basically a huge rock on a hill, and you climb that, and literally climb the rock to get up top. That's not for the faint heart of that one.
No, that was scary.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. But I kind of like that thrill. I think Jacinta does as well, do you?
Yeah, 100%. It's the thrill of it. Number 7 is the Dutchman's Stern in Corn again.
Yeah, Corn's quite a cool town. Got a fair bit in that.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's another one. That was, I thought that wasn't going to be as good as it was, but proved me wrong.
Yeah.
Very well wrong. Shows you a good view of the mountains towards the west of Corn, and they're pretty cool.
So Flinders Ranges is a hiker's paradise. So if you like hiking, definitely go to the Flinders Ranges.
Clearly, as what we've just said.
Best camps: Willow Spring Station, Rawnsley Park.
They're nice people there too. Very friendly.
Frana, best sunset, best camping spot.
Yeah, that's an old town, a little historical ruins town. I like that. It's cool, interesting.
And best free camp, Banaru Gorge.
Yeah, definitely. That's a cracking campsite there. That was, them cliffs are huge, and we're actually camped on the base of them, which was, I liked it.
Yeah, it was cool.
So that's the Flinders Ranges. That was epic. Would I go again? 100% yes. Will I come back? More than likely yes. Within the probably trip, you never know. Where's next, babe?
Next, we are heading to
Flora Peninsula. Lander KI. I'm actually excited for that. I don't think it's swimming weather when we get down that far down south, but that's okay. We can look at the beaches. Looking forward to that.
Yeah. So
thanks for watching, and if you stayed tuned this long, you have got literally the best tip of the Flinders Ranges is make sure everyone you are travelling with has a fly net. You just don't like them in your face. I hate them. She hates them as well.
Yeah.
So make sure you bring a fly net. You just got the best tip with the Flinders Ranges. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. See you guys. Catch ya.
Bye.